Good evening, everybody. We're doing a rogue chat. I just felt like doing a chat, so we're doing a chat. And tonight we've got DJ. How you doing, DJ?
I'm doing well, Foss. Glad to be here and glad to be rogue.
And Smaggy. How you doing, Smaggy?
Hey, how's it going?
Baron's here too. How you doing, Baron?
Doing excellent.
All right, party
My
on.
458 SOCOM barrel came.
Woohoo!
The only thing I'm missing now is money.
Ah, that's a big part. And let's see who was out there. Who's up with us tonight? DJ was out there. He's in here now. Wesley Foster, Ron Wayne, G23, mandatory carry. That's a fact. Mandatory carry. That's Krabby Turtle, Gunmetal Guy USA, Tim S, and Gizzard Gary. Is that everybody? Oh, Terrace Smith's Kitchen. Looks like maybe she ended. She was doing some pineapple. Was it pineapple frittatas?
Fajitas.
Fajitas.
What's a frittata?
Tomato, potato, fajitas.
Frittata's like an egg thing, egg dish. I don't know. I've never had one. I think. I don't know.
No, you're absolutely right.
I just remember it because of the cartoon Mike Tyson's mystery, whatever. He was eating bad frittatas and it gave him an upset stomach. That's the only reason I know what a frittata is. And he wouldn't stop eating the frittatas. G-Webs. Good evening. Good morning. How do you do? So there was I guess we'll cover it real quick. Federal ruling in Texas on the frames and receivers ruling by the ATF, their new rules. And it granted a partial injunction for just God, now I just forgot the name of the company. For one of the plaintiffs, the something machining. And it only applies to that company, says that they can continue to operate without the ATF bothering them, but it does not apply to their customers. So it's a positive, but a very limited positive. So we'll just have to see how that shakes out.
I mean, it's like a temporary Band-Aid on like a gashing wound. So maybe they'll be allowed to keep manufacturing, but with that ruling saying the customers are still open game, do you think people are going to be lining up to buy those things? I mean, maybe they still will. I hope they are, because I feel like in the future
they will.
It's going to get more. Yeah. So like it's going to go from temporary to like actually doing a case and then finding that the whole thing's garbage and it all gets thrown out. That's my hope.
Yeah.
So at least they can stay in business for however many months it takes for the courts to sort out all this crap.
I'm sort of surprised that we have a ruling on the revision of the receiver rules already. I mean, that's kind of cool. I mean, I want to see this as a positive. I mean, it's not a full-on positive, but I think maybe one of the things that we're pointing out here is that that's at least a nice beginning stage, and certainly the immediate response. Yeah, I'm going to stay silver lining on this one.
Yeah, it's definitely a positive, because the judge basically came out and said, yeah, I can see this rule totally sucks and isn't going to hold up. So sure, I'll temporarily not enforce it because it's going to get struck down soon. Like, that's at least his opinion. So if there's other judges out there, I don't know if it has to go all the way up to the Supreme Court or if we can get it killed at a lower level and they just drop it completely. But either way, at least one judge looked at it and said, yeah, this is definitely not going to fly. Like, I already know this is doomed.
I don't think they will drop it completely, just from a lower ruling. If there's not, I think they'll fight to hold on to it.
I'm with you, Foss. I think it's going to be, passed up, passed down, passed left and right. It's going to be a hot minute.
Because I had left a comment on Gizzard Gary's Foul Territory Friday. He was kind of talking about the ATF, and I forget what he was reading an Amaland article, but I think a lot of people don't remember that the ATF is a part of the Department of Justice who serves at the behest of the president, basically, because the Attorney General is on the president's cabinet. So that's why when Trump said do something about the bump stocks, the ATF did something because they're basically under him. And now that Biden,
he was playing 3D chess, though, right?
Yeah, well, he was playing.
Oh man,
he was playing with himself.
You remember those assholes? He was playing 3D chess.
That
worked out, didn't it?
We won't get into that because there's a lot of grifting that goes into the people that were saying stuff like that. But for now, that's for another time. And
we should do a grifting overnight show. We just talk about grifters. We can do 4 hours out of that.
Grift people.
Yep.
I want to do. I haven't been able to figure out how to do it so that it's educational and fun and not
just us shitting on,
not fear porn, but do kind of like a quiz where it's is this paranoia or is this being prepared? And maybe scenarios or stories, and then where it could be one or the other, and then you kind of look at them. Is this, or if you're doing this, are you just being paranoid, or are you being prepared? But
that'd be really interesting for a quick form discussion as well. I like that idea.
I just don't want it. A lot of times, channels will, you hear fear mongering done a lot, but there's a lot of channels that are fear porn channels where, people go back time and time again because of the scary things that they show. And they show it to make money.
And they have links in the description that will solve all of your fears.
So, that may be something for the future. I don't know. Something I really have to think about.
I mean, I think that's a good topic because sometimes it's not even that, like, the topic itself is, paranoid or prepared, but it's the way you talk about it. And that's one of the things that bugs me about those fear type things is they blow everything way out of proportion. And then people will see that and go, oh, well, obviously this guy's just overreacting. So therefore it must not be a problem at all. And it's like, no, wait a minute. It's a problem, just not as much as he's making it out to be. Like, we still need to pay attention to it. It's just, not the end of the world. And that those can both be true at the same time.
Yeah.
But I think it does a disservice if you're always sky is falling. People just go, okay, well, I'm not going to pay attention anymore. So then when the assault weapons ban comes up, they go, oh, this guy again, this doesn't matter. When it's like, no, this one actually does matter. But the other ones, like, were a little overblown. So I think that'd be good to get that out in the open and clear the air and get people's different opinion, right? Because everyone has their own kind of spin on things.
Yeah, that's, for my channel, even if if I do, there's been shorts like the Self-Defense Minute where, it's mostly fun and trying to make people laugh. But in each one of those, there is a kernel of truth. The basis of what I'm saying is true. But most of it is, everything around that is just to make people laugh.
You know what? I think, guys, that people are more prone. This is just like a kind of a scratch impression here, but people are kind of more prone to accept things that are sensationalized now. Um, Maybe, like the whole upheaval thing. Like it's just enough, there's just enough disturbance on everyone's radar that they want to lean towards the possibility of a lot of those things because of the concern that they're, at risk for something constantly. And I didn't used to feel that way, that people had that additional amount of paranoia and that they would, not full on fall, like, Smeggy's pointing out, just like, oh, wait a minute, is that for real kind of thing. I mean, people aren't genuinely trying to put on tinfoil hats, but sometimes they're willing to overlook their own differentiation and decision making. It's kind of weird. They defer. I don't like that.
Yeah, and it can be tough sometimes to kind of separate out, okay, who's talking about this because they believe it, who's talking about this because they believe it and this is their job, or who is doing this because it makes money. And maybe they all lead to the same place, but I would rather stick with the person who believes it, and not is just trying to make money off of everybody by doing it. But like I said, we'll hold that for another time. Tonight we had we're going to do a bracket. Let me show it real quick. Well, as soon as I find my pointer, there's green. Damn. And so tonight we'll do 16 team elimination bracket, Wild West Guns. And that was a poll that was put up on the community tab. It'll let everybody vote on which bracket topic, and Wild West Guns won. So we'll get into that here in just a little bit. And the seeding is completely random, and a lot of the choices were kind of random, just because I didn't want to put a lot of thought into what should go up against what and anything like that. So this is non-binding and just for fun.
Do you think it's better when you do it random, or you think it's better when you put some thought into matching them up so that things come down? It's kind of even on both sides, I guess, is the way I say it.
Well, it would probably be better if I had sat down, but I didn't. Like, again, I didn't want to put that much time into.
When a bracket isn't set up completely efficiently, does that mean the sky is falling?
It might. I don't know. We'll find out. But and then also, I think we'll do a giveaway tonight. Later on sometime
on a Sunday, you're gonna go away. You're gonna go around giving away things right in front of Desert Gray.
We will give away one of the Yankee Marshall Comet handgun caliber conversion charts. It's
how big is this?
I don't know. It fits in this box, which you can't see because I'm shooting screens here.
It's like a mini poster.
Yeah, I think it's vinyl. A vinyl poster. Well, I'm not sure.
Pretty sweet.
It's been in the box since he did it for a charity fundraiser, and I don't know, a year ago or more, 2 years ago, and it's been in the box sitting in the living room ever since.
Are you sure it's in the box?
There's something.
This
in
is
that
Yankee.
Box. Well, it drop shipped, so it's pretty sure it's in the box. But so it uses 9mm as the common denominator. So like 380 is half a 9mm. 9mm is 1 9mm.
I don't understand metric math
and such. So we'll do that giveaway a little bit later, also, just so everybody knows what's coming up. Stop screen.
We should make a DM Foss conversion chart where we use 44 Magnum as the standard and convert everything from there?
But it's in this box. Should be in this box, as far as I know.
That ain't little. Although I don't know how a flat piece of paper is inside a triangle. It makes no sense.
And it's probably rolled up,
Yeah.
so it's a circle.
What do you think? A 2x3? 2x2?
I don't remember. I think he's selling them again to raise some money. I'm not sure. I can go check here real quick. TYM beep beep. It's the project. So
I don't believe in
does his-
supporting 9mm, but since the sky is falling,
well, he doesn't have it listed, so I must have only done it for that short period ago. But
I mean,
since we're
not
here,
to brag too much, but I think this poster's better.
cancel that.
Nice.
Oh, here. Let me.
What are we looking at there, Smeggy?
This is a
uncut sheet.
Yep, the AK playing cards is an entire poster.
I don't.
Krabby Turtle says the poster is 20 inches by 15.5 inches. Mandatory Carry says this bracket is rigged. Yes, it was rigged.
Of course it is. It's on YouTube.
this bracket is a racket.
If yeah, they're all rigged.
Hashtag.
This isn't even live. We recorded this 4 hours ago.
And Ron Wayne says there might be a giant Toblerone in the box. Oh.
Are we giving away any other goodies? I do know you got some new goodies in the mix.
What? You'll get a patch. The new patch. I'll give you the new patch.
I agree with what New York Outcast says in the chat about the dinosaurs.
And you'll be one of the few that get the. This one is kind of limited because I think I only have like 11 or 12 of them. So I'll give you one of those. It'll be a rare
So,
one.
in other words, somebody has to show up to an unscheduled rogue chat and then win in order to get their hands on that. There's no actual fair way to get your hands on one of the legitimate.
Yep. Yep. And I don't know, I'll throw in this too. It's you can get the sticker mule sticker that they include with their orders. So
Mine was all mangled the last time.
oh, yeah. So since we were talking about Yankee, I'll show his TYMP pistol project, where I don't know if you want to support the charities that he's supporting. You can head over here, and there's right now he's selling the Waddle Werewolf Anti-Defamation League stickers. Or you can just straight donate. I think PayPal or something. I don't know. Out of here. Or join his the Pistol Project. But here, I'll throw a link out there if anybody wants to go over and poke around. You can go poke around Yankee and see what you find.
I recommend wearing gloves if you're going to poke Yankee.
Maybe double them up. Just be safe.
But all right. So I don't know. Should we go ahead and do the bracket, or is there anything else we want to do first?
Shoot.
Oh, except say hi to Gizzard Gary. How you doing, Gizzard?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Oh, not too bad. Are you off tomorrow?
I am.
Ah,
So I get to stay up as late as I want to.
there
Nice.
you go. So
They just turn
Without-
off the electric when it's a holiday.
they,
By the way, George is here watching with me here. So
they're gonna turn off the nuclear while you're gone.
Yeah, we'll just run on pure
Restart it.
pure energy. Yeah.
There's a guy. God, I wish I could remember his name right now, but he worked for Westinghouse, helping to build, design nuclear plants. And he said he did a tour in the 80s that said that the nuclear is not as dangerous as people thought. It's a scam for control.
Scam for control of what? What do you mean?
The energy, to control energy. So I wish I could remember, because then I could put
Oh, you mean just so that the oil people couldn't buy into it? They made it all a bunch of regulations to exclude who could participate in the industry.
Well, that and the nukes, the threat of the nuke gave you power, and the explosion was dangerous, but the fallout wasn't quite what everybody says. And he would have a little vial of uranium.
As far as the nuclear bombs and stuff, I thought you meant nuclear
Well,
reactors.
Kind of everything with nuclear. And he would eat uranium at the conferences he would do. It's interesting.
I remember a guy that was in the thing, and I don't remember if he went places just to show it was safe, but I remember I remember seeing a video where they would do weird stuff to uranium to show how quote unquote safe it was, and then they would go like, later this person died from uranium poisoning, but they would wipe it on their hands or something because they didn't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I've got the free version, so I can only have 6 people. So I'm guessing alternate Yankee Marshal, I can't bring you in yet. Oh, Baron went out. So how's it going?
Going pretty good.
It's you and you. I thought it was maybe like barbecue or G23.
No.
All right, switch back. Oops. All right, back to our bracket. Sorry.
It's advertising.
Can't tell the players without a program.
If you're going to hork off of somebody, you might as well hork off of the dude you're horking the bracket idea off of.
Well, there's no way he'd go on the Fast Salami chat.
No. Although you could probably have a conversation with that dude about Godzilla, Gojira, etc.
Yeah, that's
Although
true.
he wouldn't be able to hold his own because he only likes probably the Godzilla dolls. Well, you got some dolls.
But action figures.
Sorry, action figures.
Figurines.
Collectible diorama.
So here's our bracket. The 16 teams, I guess we'll call them. Winchester 1873, 1874 Sharps Rifle, Derringer, Colt 1892 Navy, Smith & Wesson Model 3, Volcanic Pistol, Colt Patterson, 1873 Colt Army, Gatling Gun, Colt Walker, Springfield Trapdoor, 1873 Colt Single Action, Hotchkiss Gun, Colt Dragoon, 1887 Winchester Shotgun, and Coach Gun.
Dang, there's a lot of Colts in here.
Yeah.
I kept up with some of them. Some of them Colts I don't even know.
I was going to say, I'm the perfect panelist for this because I recognized like 4 of those. So I'm definitely a subject expert.
Yeah, hopefully,
Gatling Gun's gonna win. It's not even a thing.
I don't know the Hotchkiss gun. I'm a fan of the Hotchkiss.
Which one is that?
That's the big Gatling gun, basically.
The only one on there I don't know is the Colt 1892 Navy. I have no idea what that is.
It's the same as the 1892
Colt.
Army.
Colt 8 Army and Navy are basically the same gun. They just have a different engraving on the cylinder.
Yeah, but 1892? Which one is that?
Oh, is there a year variation going on there? Because they're
Oh, I know,
different
like the
caliber, right?
1851, like you got the 1860 Army and the 61. I don't know the
Yeah.
1892.
For the Navy to get all whiny about
There's-
not having one.
There's a lot of, with the model differences, like with the Winchester, you've got the different year Winchesters, but they're kind of the same. They just get updated. So I kind of went with the earlier versions, I think. Like I said, this was kind of random, and I didn't put a lot of thought into it, so I didn't do a lot of research into it.
Oh, this is a double action revolver.
Oh, Lightning.
No, like a looks like a modern Smith and Wesson or a Colt.
So that'll be your job tonight, is to look up each gun as we talk about them, so people know.
I was wondering, like most of
talking
these are
about.
on the cards, I think, but not all of these. Once it got to Gatling gun and stuff, they're not on a lot of these are on the Old West deck, I think.
So the first two to go head to head are the Winchester 1873, the repeating rifle, and the Sharps 1874. It's a single
So how are we
shot.
going to conduct the voting, the ranking kind of thing? Do we kick it out to the crowd first, or we go panel around?
We'll just, I don't know. Should we go around the horn? Okay, DJ, you were talking. You talk.
Sharps. I'd like to at least make a motion for the Sharps 4570 and falling block. That's pretty damn cool.
G-Webs.
I gotta look at which Winchester this is. 1873.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Gun the one the West.
This is a yellow boy. No, this is just the regular old 1873 normal sized action 4440. All right, so and then versus an 1874 Sharps, which is just a normal Sharps.
Yeah.
I don't like Sharps. I mean, Sharps are right if you want to carry around a lot of metal and then have one shot. So yeah, the gun that won the West, sort of what won the West. So I'll take that one. I mean, that's still a good gun. I'd pick that gun up today and use it if I had to.
So, Smaggy, what do you think?
I don't have any idea, so I'm whipping out my Old West playing cards
Quigley.
so I can see what the heck we're talking about.
Quigley gun is the Sharps.
Yeah.
Maybe not, the Quigley was kind of the extremely long, giant version of that, but, technically the same gun. And then 1873 is sort of your typical Winchester. Not the big Winchesters, like a big heavy duty one, but just the normal standard Winchester.
Okay, the Sharps.
But a modern Winchester, not the first one with no wood on it.
2 for Sharps and 1 for Winchester. Yeah, Sharps, the isn't that what
Quigley.
No. Shit. The guy who
Abraham Lincoln was sold
thing.
on them? Yes.
Harriet Truman.
No. Custer. That's what Custer's men had, were Sharps. And the Indians had the Winchester.
Well, I think that would be the result you'd get with that team up, yeah.
So, Gary, what do you think?
I'm going to go with Winchester.
Ooh, 2 for 2. 2 against 2. Baron?
This
So
one?
it's an extremely rare Indian used Custer Battlefield 1874 Sharps.
Yeah.
So yeah, Custer had Sharps rifles according to the internet.
I got to go with the 1873.
So 3 to 2. I should write. I don't have.
I'm keeping track. It's 3-2.
Okay, thank you.
Do I have both?
You can either tie it and leave it to the audience, or
Well, I would go Winchester. Just because it is so iconic.
I mean, it kind of depends what you're doing. If you're going hunting, you'd want the Sharps.
yeah.
Yeah. So where's that put us?
4-2.
Oh, I like what Sergeant Joe is saying. Post them as polls each day. How many is that? 8. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it'd be like 8. So every 2 weeks you'd have a bunch of results from the first thing.
I can do that. Maybe.
With a different one now with this one.
Yeah. Oh, that's a lot of work.
We could do a YouTube poll. Like, how about we take the last in the bracket, the shotguns, and let the audience do that one. The 1897 versus the coach gun.
Yeah, we could do that. So,
And then by the time we get done with ours, they'll have voted on that.
Oh, you mean right now, live?
Yep.
Oh, I think he was talking more like each day do a poll over on YouTube with just 2 of these, and then that way you get a bunch of results after 2 weeks or whatever. But yeah.
Tim S. and Ron Away, and we're going 1873 Winchester. So
we win these guns, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Just you walk into your local dealership gun shop. If they have it, go ahead and take it and just leave. You don't have to talk to anybody.
Nice. Yeah, tell them we told you could.
I didn't say shit. But so let me get that poll up real quick. I don't know what to say. Choose.
Yep, that's it.
Nice. I have all of them in there. Nice. Well, a bunch of them.
1892 Navy.
I remember a lot of them, but I found a Gatling gun, Sharps rifle, Derringer, and I don't remember all of like the other ones he said. So I was gonna find them as he says them.
Oh, there's definitely a Patterson in there, I think.
Yep.
1873 Colt, and then Volcanic was in their deck. I don't have an open one here. I'd grab one. I don't like opening them.
1873 Colt.
When I had shit tons, I'd open the decks all the time. I've got like very few, so I don't open them anymore.
I was putting the wrong guns in the poll.
Is that easier to see?
That's easier for us, yeah. We can't see the bottom one, I guess.
Yeah, we'll have to switch when we do that.
1887.
I'm trying to duck. They won't let me duck. It's weird that the duck won't let me duck. There we go. Now I'm ducking.
Well, I was typing in what we're voting on right now.
I'm gonna lean over. Now you can see right past
gun and coach gun.
Coach gun's fake. That's just a sawed off some kind of shotgun.
Yeah, that's why I didn't have it originally, but Baron really wanted to have it on the poll, so I put it on the poll.
I feel like those are too short for safety, really. Maybe they should be registered.
He begged me to put it on the poll, so I felt I should. All right. So we'll go Gatling gun versus Colt Walker. Did everybody vote? Did I get everybody? Did I miss anybody?
Oh, you're doing it an unorthodox way. You're doing it across the tops.
Yeah, because the way the seating is, 1 and 2 are on top, and then I don't know. We can go. Should we go one side then one side?
No, I think that's a bullshit way of doing it.
Okay. So, I guess I'll put in the winner on that one. Winchester. Winchester did win, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're at this website right now.
Yep. We're doing it live.
It's free?
Yep. So, Gatling gun versus Colt Walker.
I'll go
DJ.
first.
Oh, go ahead, Jeep.
Here's a pro tip. Gatling guns kind of blow. We had one at the shop forever, so I got to play with one all the time. First, they're super heavy. You can't imagine how heavy they are. Think of how heavy you think they are, and you need like 3 people because they're way heavier than that. And they're like they're crew served. So Walker's cool. Gatling guns only are good in theory. Is a spoiler.
Let me just say hey to the goddamn bacon and Mike McLeod. Or should I say the goddamn bacon? I don't know. DJ, what do you
I'm
think?
going Gatling for sure.
So we're tied 1-1. Smaggy?
Okay, sorry about that. I was like super zoomed in. So there's our Colt Walker versus Gatling gun. I'm gonna go with the Walker.
Nice choice. 2-1.
And Gary.
Well, unless we can get the enemy to be cooperative enough to line up in front of the Gatling gun, I'm going to go with the Walker myself. It's a little bit more mobile.
You know, they can move, like they can wiggle back and forth when they're shooting.
Not that quickly, though.
No, I mean like they're on a pivot. Like you can, as you're shooting it, you can go back and forth.
Yeah, still give me the Walker.
No, I hear you. Yeah, and that's all they can do is go back and forth. You can't really go up and down real easy with them. They're heavy.
Baron, how about you?
I'm gonna have to go with the Walker.
What do you call it? A minigun is different than a Gatling gun, though, because a Gatling gun shoots 45 Colt and it's got a gravity-fed hopper, and then the barrels are like on a bunch of gears and stuff, like the old-fashioned days. That minigun is more like a motor that shoots 5.56 with, or 308 or something, with a like really cool belt thing. So they're dangerous if you don't realize that they're just going to shoot. They don't care. They're robots. But that's why in that movie, Predator, he's able to carry one around and stuff, because you really can carry around a minigun. They're totally different. I just thought that in the comments. They're Gatling guns, or the miniguns are based on a Gatling gun, but it's like a Model T Ford versus a Tesla.
Did you vote Baron? Did I just ask you?
Colt Walker.
Colt Walker.
Yep.
I will go with the Walker also, just because that's what Outlaw Josie Wales carried. Though I did want to,
What?
I wanted to vote Gatling gun, but I love Outlaw Josie Wales.
Did he really carry walkers?
Yep.
2 of
I
them.
thought he looked it up one time and he carried something different. He was carrying armies.
We had more than 2 guns on him.
I remember
Did he
that
have, like,
conversation. Yeah.
6 or 8 at one point at the end.
Like reaching over here, reaching over there.
Just New York reloading.
Yep.
Well, I think the Gatling gun is pretty much sunk.
So let me put Colt Walker.
Now,
All
what's
right.
a walker cost? 25, 30 grand or more than that? And then the Gatling gun is like 80 grand.
I was seeing repos for the Walker for like $450 about a week ago.
Gunpowder Beauty's out there. Good evening, ma'am. I almost called her madam, but some people think of that badly. So,
It is that time of night.
So now we've got the Derringer against the Colt 1892 Navy.
I'll kick this off. I'm going
Go
with the
ahead.
double action revolver, the 1892. I'll take that all day.
And I'm going to go with the Derringer. I will double down there every day.
How about you, G Webs?
It's not my favorite Colt, but there's almost no reason to have a Derringer other than to have an old-fashioned Derringer. But I have like $50 replicas of my Derringers, and I get all my interest in having a Derringer out with a $50 one. So I think I'll go with the old Colt and then sell it probably.
And Smaggy.
I'm gonna go with the Derringer.
Oh, we got a tie.
Gary.
I'm going to go with the Navy.
Ooh. So
3-2.
if there's ever a tie, it'll go to the live chat to vote. I will go Derringer.
We got ourselves a tie.
So we'll go the live chat. It will be the tiebreaker. We've got.
Are they two aces? It's an ace and a king.
Yeah, Derringer's the ace. Colt is a king.
So
I guess the
we've got,
Derringer wins. No,
well,
it's an ace.
right now out in the chat we've got Ron Wayne said Colt. This was just before he said vote now, but we'll count it. Mike McLuhan said Colt. Gunpowder Beauty said Derringer. Midget with Carrot Cake said Colt. PNW Wood said Derringer.
So we're 3 for 2 right now.
You have to get across the finish line of my pillow. So I push it forward every time someone votes for it.
Actually, we're 4. 4 for 2.
Krabby Turtle says Navy. Says Colt.
Almost there.
At this point, Derringer can't win.
So we'll end the voting in 3, 2, 1. Meep. So who took it?
The Colt won
Colt.
by a landslide.
This is fun with the cards.
Navy and Iron Road. I see you back there, but I can only have 6 people because I'm cheap. I got the free version, which someday I'll have to get the paid version. Just for these occasions.
It's $25 a month. It's not necessarily free, so it is kind of a bill that you're adding.
So now we've got the Springfield Trapdoor and the 1873 Colt single action. G-Webs.
Which one's an 1873 Colt single action?
The Peacemaker.
Oh.
Single action army.
I mean, those are nothing like each other. So the Colt is the, I didn't even know I don't agree with it. It is the Arizona state gun. So Springfield Trapdoor is cool and pretty iconic and pretty cool. But I'm going to go with that other one, the Colt SSA or SAA.
Gary?
I'm going to go with the Springfield here.
So he goes Trapdoor. DJ.
Springfield.
Ooh. Smaggy?
Yeah, trapdoor all the way.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
3-1.
For that, that's one of the few that I don't have a card for.
How about you, Baron?
1873.
That's a tough one. I'm
You're
leaning
gonna let Iron Road vote then?
We could do that. You can vote Iron Road.
Springfield Trapdoor Rifle or Colt Single Action Army 1873 revolver single action. Long range gun or gun. I don't know. When did they use the Springfield Trapdoor? Civil War?
I'm not
1873. Sure. It's the same year.
Oh, so it ain't Civil War then. That was over by then. So they just use it to slaughter buffaloes, probably.
Yeah, they used it in the Indian Wars.
It was like an AK-47 of the day, though. I mean, that was turning muskets into guns, rifles.
So that's your two choices, Iron Road. 1873 Colt single action Peacemaker or Springfield Trapdoor rifle. He says Colt, 1873 Colt.
Got herself a tie.
Well, now we don't get ties because there's odd number.
Yeah, because now Foss has one still.
Ooh. Yeah. I have to go. I want to go Trapdoor, but I'm gonna have to go Peacemaker. So, Colt. Colt takes this one.
And if the audience is angry, they can blame Iron Road. It is all his fault.
All he did is vote. Foss is one that nailed it.
So now we've got the Smith & Wesson Model 3 against the Volcanic pistol.
That's interesting. Does everyone know what those are?
Yeah, I'm going with the Model 3. Smith & Wesson invented the whole freaking revolvers with that pretty much. So you're welcome, Smith & Wesson. There was no Hillary Hole on that one. She was just a child at the time.
How about you, DJ?
I am also, also going to go with the Model 3. Love break action.
Gary?
Model 3.
Oh. Smeggy.
I'm gonna go with the Volcanic because I'm a rebel.
Baron?
Model 3.
How about you, Iron Road? Smith & Wesson Model 3 or Volcanic pistol? He says Model 3.
I'm pretty sure they ripped the Schofield off them, the old Smith & Wesson. So, yeah, I get that too.
So the Model 3 is going to win, won't they? No matter what?
Yeah.
The Volcanic's neat, but it isn't, it was more like a BB gun.
It was, but the action in it was revolutionary.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
I mean, it's an important gun and everything, but it would be like having a BB gun.
Can you imagine trying to use a Volcanic on a horse with one hand?
I mean, it's probably better than anything else, but yeah, exactly. And then you shot it twice and it'd be all hot.
So, hey, we've got Biker Bob out there.
Are we allowed to have Canadians watching? I guess it's okay.
Yeah, we take all
On a
comers.
holiday, on a Labor Day, Canadians don't even do work.
So now we've got the Hotchkiss gun against the Colt Dragoon.
Hotchkiss is that like
It's
the
like-
harmonica looking Gatling gun?
No, it's looks like a Gatling gun, but shoots like 3-inch shells.
Oh, that's too many. That's too big of a. That's too many inches.
Yeah, it's like an auto cannon.
Yeah.
And then the Dragoon is
Kind of
The
like
first one.
It's an improved walker.
Yeah.
So it won't blow up in your hand. And it has a latch holding the loading rod so it won't come down during recoil. And
oh yeah, okay.
jam up the action.
Giant gun.
Yeah. Horse pistol.
Both of these are giant guns.
Yeah, we've got John Z. Mo EDC. I guess good morning for him.
Is John Z still on the road, or was that just a trip?
I don't know. Midget with Carrot Cake is asking, anybody know where I can get a card? Oop. Let me get it. Well, where I can get a card deck like that? From gearwebsites.com. I'll put a link
We
out
made
there.
that deck a while back. Do I have them at the store right now? 2 playing cards. I think I might have them out of stock because I don't pay attention to the store enough.
Well, you can go check it out.
Oh yeah, they're available. Here, I'll make the link. You can go buy as many as you want. Well, to buy as many as you want within reason. I don't have that many left.
Go gearwebsites.com. He sells them.
That was a second deck. We did that AK deck that Smuggy was showing the poster for, and I did those in silhouettes, and then I wanted to do a deck in pictures, so I did these with pictures. A lot of those pictures, I went down to Tombstone. I got the inn with a couple of museums down there, so they would let me just have their way with their museum guns, and then friends that owned them and stuff So those are mostly pictures of guns from here in Arizona. And then that was our second deck of cards.
Yeah, there's other styles too, like a gun inventor, and I don't know if you still have the AK one.
No, I don't have the AKs anymore.
Oh, but go check them out. I was gonna say, John Z said he's in Missouri. He made it.
Oh,
to
he
freedom.
lives there now. That was a move. That wasn't just a road trip.
Says he finally lives in freedom.
Right on. Except for the
Oh,
mosquitoes, I like Missouri.
so what was your choice, Hotchkiss or Colt Dragoon?
Me,
Yeah.
Colt.
And Iron Road said Colt Dragoon. So it's 2 for Colt. Oops. There we go. There we go. DJ.
I'm definitely going with the Hotchkiss.
And Gary.
I'm going with the Colt.
Looks like Colt might take it. Smaggy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Dragoon. I'm just double checking. Yeah, it's not in here, so it does look kind of like this, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, Dragoon.
Baron.
Colt Dragoon.
So Colt's gonna take it. Dragoon. All right. So now we've got the Colt Patterson up against the 1873 Colt Army. Smaggy. Are you there, Smaggy? Did they come get you? Well,
Yeah. No,
there.
I'm here. I
Wait
don't
a
know what the
second.
other one was. So you
Do
have
we
the
have
Patterson, the other one?
Do we have the 1873 twice?
Do we?
It won the West and his heart, and now it's in the poll twice.
Yeah, it was against the Springfield Trapdoor.
We knew this was rigged. We heard rumors of this thing being rigged at the beginning, and we should.
All right, quick.
Can we get an alternate?
Yeah, give me another gun.
Lewis gun.
Henry
Glock
repeating
19.
rifle.
We don't even know what kind of gun Lewis had.
Doesn't matter. It has been disqualified. So we'll go Henry Repeater or Colt Patterson.
Oh, now this is gonna change things. Hang on.
It's basically the first lever action versus the first revolver.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, it is.
So if that's the case, I'm gonna have to go with the lever action. I'm gonna have to go with the Henry.
Gary, how about you?
Oh, Henry.
G-Webs?
Colt Peterson versus a Henry.
Yep.
Ugh. I don't like either one of these guns that much. Peterson's like too fragile, so Henry.
Iron Road says Henry. DJ?
The Henry rifle.
Looks like Henry's going to take it. Baron?
Henry.
That gun's fragile. Anybody ever held a Henry?
Nope.
Nope.
They're
But it's what it represents, man. I mean, it
I hear you.
And
I hear you. They're not
huge
just
kind of thing.
both of these are fragile. They're good pairing.
And out in the chat, it looks like they like the Henry also.
Plus, you know what they cost? I mean, I'd take either one of these, but I'd enjoy reselling that Henry.
Those are incredibly practical considerations, man.
And the last two, 1887 Winchester shotgun, which is kind of the Terminator shotgun, against the Coach gun. Sawed-off
Oh, is
double
that the
barrel.
lever action shotgun?
Yep.
The 1887? Yeah, that's
Yep.
lever. Holy
Yep.
shit. By the way, that's one we threw to the audience for the poll. Have you looked at the poll?
Oh, no, I haven't looked at the poll. I guess I should look at the poll. Let me.
You might be surprised.
Interesting. 22 votes, too. Interesting. There's only 17 people watching. How's that even possible in physics?
We have a 50-50 tie.
Yeah, so I'm going to end the poll. I'll give it, give a 10 countdown. If you haven't voted in the poll, vote in the poll. 10, 9,
That's not a lot of
8,
countdown.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. End the poll. It's 50-50. The crowd is split. You guys should fight.
Guns enter.
Instead of your mama jokes, it has to be your carry gun jokes for the win.
Well, so Iron Road voted out in the poll. So what do we do about that? Because he voted the 1887.
Well, then he can't vote in here.
Is that the way we should do it?
Did anyone else vote in the poll? That's in the panel?
No, sir.
Of course. What is this? The United States. I vote whenever I feel like.
Well, I didn't, so there's an offset, right?
Yeah, I didn't
either vote. I didn't know there was rules about voting.
So yeah, we'll let we'll let everybody vote on the final two. Once we find the final two, we'll put that out for a vote. Which, if you're on the panel, do not vote in the poll because you're voting in the panel. So we'll let everybody vote on the finals. But
this is why democracy is doomed. We should just elect elites to decide these guns for us.
Oh, you know what? Since it was a tie, and I'm technically like the vice president of this channel, I'm the tiebreaker, right?
You have to cackle.
So I got to do Coach Gun. Yeah, and I cackle as I do it.
I think the card for the Winchester.
so what is that? Are you voting Winchester? It's Maggie?
Yeah.
So that's one
The
for
pressure.
Winchester. DJ. Winchester, 1887 Winchester or Coach Gun?
Coach gun, please.
Ooh. 1-1. Gary.
I was going to go with Winchester, but I'm going to go with the Coach gun.
What changed your mind?
Well, it would depend on the situation, but if it was a real quick get your gun and take one or two people out, I think I want the Coach gun. If you got a whole mess of Indians coming, you want the Winchester. So,
You got 2 guaranteed
yep. You can get 'em
shots.
off
The
pretty
lever
quick.
action, that thing can jam.
You can reload a double action pretty quick. I mean, the
Yep.
double barrel pretty quick too.
Iron Road was asking what Coach Gun specifically. It wasn't any. It's the idea of the Coach Gun, basically.
I really want one.
They're easy to make.
Make them once. You can make one once.
Just keep your yapper shut and you're fine. C&T Designs and Arms is out there. You might be out there gator hunting. DJ, did you vote yet?
He voted
I
Coach
did
Gun.
indeed. I voted
Okay.
Coach gun. I have a 16 gauge Coach gun. Both.
G-Webs.
All right. So my experience with that Winchester is it's all flash and sizzle. There's nothing going on with it. It's way too hard to move that lever, and it's crazy. It looks like a transformer doing something when you start yanking on that lever. It goes way down and forward. I don't like it. So Coach gun, even any Coach gun, is going to be better than that old Winchester. There's a reason why they only made the one gun ever. Same as that. There's a couple of guns out there that are unique like that, and there's a reason nobody ever brought them back to
Yeah.
life. It's
All the
been-
ones you see now are just 410s.
Well, it's got to be even worse with 410. I think they may put a cam in there to make it a little bit less, but it's just is that travel? I don't know what to call that, but like the amount of like movement that the lever did, it moved twice. So anyway, it was not possible to just crank that thing. It was really awkward. But anyway, and it was really heavy. Also, there's a lot of metal in it. It is a neat looking gun, but I've also hung around with it way too much. I don't like it anymore. Coach gun for me.
No, I lost my place. Who did I start with, Maggie? Did you vote first? Have you voted?
Yeah, I already voted.
Okay, that's what I thought. Baron.
Coach gun.
Coach gun.
The Winchester is only popular because of Terminator 2. That's it. That gun's terrible.
Yeah, and like somebody made it, Ithaca or Rossi or somebody made one, and somebody had it on a magazine or something, because all of a sudden every old man in the world wanted one, and they would sell out every time they were around.
All right, so Coach Gun's gonna take it. Did everybody vote? I get everybody voted, I think. Iron Road said Winchester was made popular to me by John Wayne.
He used one in the movie? I don't recall that.
I mean the 1887 Winchester, not Winchester in general. Yeah.
So let's go to the next round. Winchester 1873 against the Colt 1892 Navy.
I'll take the Colt Navy, please.
So DJ says Colt Navy. Smeggy.
I think I'm going to go with the Winchester.
Gary.
Navy.
G-Weps.
Winchester is sort of like having like a hatchet or something. So yeah, 1873 for me. I'll be like the perfect gun for almost everything you can ever imagine.
That's not the right call.
And Iron Road, did you vote? What are you voting? Vote now. Vote often. He says Navy, 1892 Navy. Baron?
This is hard. This is basically the most advanced lever action. First, the most advanced revolver on the bracket. I gotta go with the lever action. It holds more. It's faster. It's more powerful.
So where are we at vote-wise?
We are tied.
So the Winchester's going to win. I vote Winchester. Winchester 1873.
Do you think that the Chinese are keeping track of all the people that make these brackets and then the winners? It's like we're teaching them our culture.
Probably their marketing department is. So now we've got the Colt Walker versus the Colt Single Action, 1873.
So giant 4x4 truck versus Ford Mustang.
That's a toughie.
Only one's going to blow up in your hand.
I've got 8x10 of Josie Wales standing with his two Colt Walkers.
Wouldn't that be a fun end of the movie? Instead of him mowing everyone down, his guns blow up in his hands, and he's got no hands.
Which one is the one where he's walking down the street and I don't know if he's a ghost in it or something, but he's walking down the street towards the end and he shoots a bunch of people or something and then he changes out their cylinders? Is that the one? Is that Josie Wales?
Pale Rider?
That Pale Rider. Okay, I'm mixing up Pale Rider, I think.
Yeah, he's using the 1858
Navies or something, right?
New Army. Remingtons.
We use those Remingtons in that to pull out the cylinders.
So which one are
We
you
don't
going
have
for?
those on the list.
No, those are really weird. Everyone I've ever seen of Remingtons are all like potted out. The metal must have not been good, or nobody wanted them because I don't see them in Tombstone. I don't see them in Tucson. I just don't see them around. I don't see them at gun shows very often.
Iron Road says the Colt single action. What did you vote, G-Web?
Wait, what are we voting on?
Colt Walker
Colt.
versus the Single Action Army.
Oh, I didn't vote already. Single action. Walker's ridiculously old and heavy. I wouldn't mind having one to sell, but I don't want to have to carry it around.
DJ.
Walker. Walker.
Smaggy.
I'm gonna go with the Colt. I like that it actually has a cartridge instead of
Well,
being a percussion.
They're both Colts.
they're both Colts.
Oh, my bad. It's the single action.
So we got a tie.
Colt, oh, sorry, I meant the Colt
wait.
revolver.
I meant the Old West gun.
So we don't
Gary?
have a tie.
Single action.
Single action. Baron.
1873.
So the 1873, that's going to take it, right?
That gun created my favorite cartridge too, the 45 Long Colt. Or the 45 Colt when it came out.
1873 Colt single action.
What'd you vote for, Foss?
I didn't have to vote.
The Colt? You voted for the Colt, right?
Yeah. So now we've got the Smith & Wesson Model 3 against the Henry repeater.
There we go.
G-Webs.
Smith & Wesson Model 3.
Gary.
I'm going to go with Henry.
Smeggy.
I'm gonna go with the Henry also.
So DJ.
3 is a magic number. Yes, it is. It's a magic number.
Iron Road, what do you say? Smith & Wesson Model 3 or Henry repeater? He says Model 3. How about you, Baron?
I gotta go with the Model 3.
Where's
That top
put
rank
us?
is pretty sweet.
Where's that put us vote-wise?
Henry cannot win.
All right, so the Model 3. Out in the
It was 4-2.
live chat, we had a Smith & Wesson, Henry repeater, Model 3, and Smith & Wesson Model 3. So Model 3 took it out in the chat.
Chat doesn't count. We don't really care about them.
So Smith & Wesson Model 3. I do care about them deeply.
I do too. I'm just teasing.
Plus, there was no way the Henry was going to beat the Winchester 1873 if they went head-to-head.
So now we've got the Colt Dragoon against the Coach gun.
Ooh.
Gary.
Put me in, Coach. I'm ready to play
Today?
today.
So one for Coach gun. G-Webs.
I think I'll also go with the Coach for this one.
Smaggy.
Yeah, I'll coach it up.
I think I see where this is going. Iron Road just said Coach gun. That's 4.
And I'd like to go with Coach Gun, please.
Baron.
5. Coach gun.
I believe
All
the
right.
Coach Dragoon can suck it.
So Coach Gun took it. Oh, we're at the semifinals.
Ooh, this is going to be good.
Dun, 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 dun.
So Winchester 1873 against the Smith and Wassel.
You could put these four.
Me too,
into a
Wassel.
poll. You could put these four into a YouTube poll for free, and then people could choose, and then we could see if they eventually end up choosing the same one that we choose. If you want to.
Yeah, I could do that. Smith and Wesson Model 3 against the Winchester 1873. Gary, what do you say?
Smith and Wesson.
Smith and Wesson. All right, G Webs.
Again, the same thing applies to me. I mean, the Smith & Wesson Model 3 is neat, but it ain't no lever action. That thing's a 30-30, right? Like, that's just straight up good to go lever action.
So one Model 3, one
The-
Winchester.
The Winchester 1873 would be pistol cartridges. The 3030s, the 1895.
Oh, okay.
According to my reference, it says that it is a 22 small, long, and extra long rimfire.
Oh, really?
If this is the correct thing.
Man, I've been thinking this 30-30 all the time.
That 22 extra long is a heavy hitter.
I'm
They had it
switching
in
my
4440.
feel robbed. I'm switching my vote out of spite to the Smith & Wesson Model 3, even though later Smith & Wesson would throw to Hillary Hole.
I may have wrong information. It could be that came with different calibers, but
It did.
That cards is good to go. That's good data right there. We can
So what are you choosing, Spanky?
I'm going with the Winchester. I like myself a lever.
Iron Road also is going Winchester. DJ?
Gonna lever the Winchester in the dust and go with Smith Model 3. It's still a magic number. Yes, it is.
Did you vote, Gary? Did I start with you?
Yes, you did.
All right, that's what I thought. Just making sure. Baron?
I got to go with the Winchester. It came in 4440, 3840, and 3220.
Out in the chat, yeah, the 1873. Ron Wayne is saying 4440.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Clune says Model 3. And so did Henry take it? Or not Henry? Winchester.
I wasn't keeping count.
You didn't keep count on that one?
No.
Well, I voted Winchester. Winchester took it.
Yeah, I think Winchester took it, and I think G-Wub was misled by, his own info. Because once he heard it was 22, he switched off of it. But now that it's saying it comes in 44 or whatever, then it still stands. That the lever action is going to have more punch to it.
It has more punch, but I don't like 4440. I'm not a big fan. Too many fours in that number for me.
So let me get that started. There we go. So now we've got the 1873 Colt single action against the Coach gun. G-Webs.
What is it again? Oh, can't read that.
Single action army versus a coach gun.
Colt. It's real. And that 2 shots, ridiculous fantasy gun, a real gun that actually accomplished. Like, there's literally history. We are here because of that gun. So, Colt.
Smeggy.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Colt also.
So does your dog.
Yeah,
That's
he
worth
gets
2 votes, right?
Yep.
DJ.
Look at me. I can be center field.
So Coach gun. Gary.
Blow him away with the Coach gun.
Got a tie.
Iron Road. What are you voting back there? He says Colt. So how about you, Baron?
I got to go Coach Gun.
Ooh.
So where's that put us at?
We're to tie. You're the tiebreaker.
Oh, lordy.
The audience can blame you if they don't like this.
I guess I'll go Coach Gun.
Woo-ha.
It's unprecedented. I've never seen one of these brackets turn out like this before.
So those are two choices, and I will go back and finish the poll for everyone in the chat. And if you're in the panel, do not vote.
Well, you have to vote, otherwise it's in our way.
This is very interesting.
You can
Basically,
say, like,
we have the two most famous long guns in the West going up against each other.
So the poll is up there for the live chat to vote. Go ahead and vote. So we've got the Winchester 1873 against the Coach Gun. So G-Webs, which one is going to win it for you?
I guess I'll go with the Winchester.
Winchester.
All you got to do is walk more than 40 yards away from the Coach Gun and you win.
Smaggy?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Winchester. Like I said, I'll always take a trusty lever action. Oh, I get 2 votes for that one too.
DJ?
Man, I wanted the Sharps. That was the first round, right? Winchester 1873 and the Sharps.
Yeah.
And but I also took the Coach Gun all the way to the finals. And here's where I become a fair weather fan. I'm jumping straight across to the 1873. End of the day, final answer.
Iron Road votes for the
Coach Gun is
Winchester.
in the Coach Gun is in there thinking, okay, we got a lot of fans behind us. Everybody's on board. They get out there to fight, and everybody's sitting on the Winchester side.
I took off the T-shirt, got a new one.
You drove there in the bus with Coach Gun and everything. Like, yeah, woo, Coach Gun. They come out. Everybody's on the Winchester side.
He's like, oh man, look at the time. I gotta get going. I'm sorry. Gary.
Not that it matters much at this point, but I'm still going with Coach Gun.
Ooh, Coach Gun. Baron.
Coach Gun.
Coach Gun. Let me jump back to the
The poll.
Yeah. I can't see my poll. It's hidden. There we go. 50-50, of course.
Fuck.
Talk about unprecedented. For real.
Which I think it wouldn't really matter because that counts as one vote. So I think Winchester's.
Yeah, they would have tied it up for you to be the tiebreaker.
Oh, Winchester just pulled ahead. So we'll go 10 seconds left. 10, 9.
What if Coach Gun
8,
comes out and does a speech with like
7,
the White House all in red behind it?
6.
It says everybody that votes for
5,
Winchester is a
4,
Pounding its fist.
3,
Come on, I'm the gun that won the West.
2,
I protected your money.
1. 50-50 tie.
The banking system.
I vote Winchester. So,
The Iron Road just changed his vote.
Oh no, there's a dispute at the finish. Holy crap.
nope, it has already been officially called. Voting,
But he
the polls are
voted
closed.
before you closed.
Nope, I choose not to believe that.
Okay.
You gotta listen to Blue. Blue has the call.
So the Winchester 8. Oops. 1873 is our winner.
So the gun that won the West just won the bracket.
That's right. I thought it would win. I was pretty sure it would win the bracket.
I'm with Mike. Can't we just have them both? Yeah.
Can't we all just get along?
I'll take all of the 4, the final 4. Give me all of them.
I'll take all 16.
That'd be heavy.
Give me a truck.
Just need a bag of holding, and you can fit everything in there.
You need a wagon and a
Yeah,
mule.
I think the single action revolver would have been a better matchup against lever action. That would have been a tougher one. That's sort of like the sidearm versus carbine.
Mhm.
Well, I guess it technically is that.
And they're both
And-
1873s.
I guess I can stop sharing that. And
That was a hell of a good year for guns.
Woods is already saying it's rigged. Well, I say prove it. Iron Road is asking, so why 10 millimeter over 357 mag? The
I like
only
it.
reason,
Or
what's that?
I carry around 357 all day, so 357 for me.
Capacity is really the only reason I would choose that over 357.
That's the reference to the current poll, is it not?
Is it?
In Gilded.
Oh, yeah.
Iron Road posted that in Gilded.
Because I like 357 and I like 10 millimeter. I have them both.
If 6 shots of 357 won't dispatch them, you probably are outgunned anyways.
Well, the proposal was against like what, bear and cougar?
Yep.
Okay. See, my choice wasn't based on the caliber. It was based on the platform, because the revolver is like that's a zero failure. That's a pull. No.
If there
Okay.
were-
Well, what do you got?
No, I didn't realize that it was against a bear. So if you're going bear hunting, I could definitely see having a 10 millimeter Glock or something. Semi-auto. I want capacity. A bear doesn't know that it's not supposed. It's supposed to die when you get hit by 10 millimeter.
Yeah, his exact question are, which of these two are the best caliber for black bear and cougar defense? And it's a Smith & Wesson 686 plus and 357 mag, or a Ruger SR 1911 and 10 millimeter.
Oh, Ruger. How many rounds is that?
8+1.
No, then 357.
And is this going to be an American bear? Because he's going to just laugh at a metric caliber if you try to shoot him with that anyway.
I mean, yeah, I don't think a metric or a 10 millimeter is going to put down a bear, but a couple of 10 millimeters could put down a bear, right? But you're only going to get one more 10 millimeter. I'd rather have a bunch of 357s for sure. Out of a revolver, like that's going to work. A revolver will work if you're getting mauled by the bear too. But I was thinking, 13 rounds of 10 millimeter. I'd rather be able to. I can't even imagine if you're pulling a gun on a bear, what's going on. So I want as many rounds as possible.
Yeah, my G20 is 15 rounds of 10 millimeter.
I'm not pulling a gun on a bear. I'm making friends with the bear. Then you have an ally who's a bear.
So are you fighting them in their natural habitat at the bar, both the bears and the cougars?
That's an interesting combination for the same bar.
Well, they wouldn't normally occupy the same space, but
Yeah.
Well,
Interesting.
you haven't done it my way, then, have you? I've been in plenty of bear bars.
Yeah, but bears and cougars together, like same place. All right.
Yeah, because friends.
Cougars usually sit at
Go
the
out
end
in
of
the
the
park.
bar, though.
So my thinking is the same overall size of a 1911 compared to a revolver, you're going to have a longer barrel in the 1911. So you're going to get more power out of that 10 millimeter than you are out of the same size gun in 357 Magnum. That's my thinking. You got more capacity, faster reloads, more power, and it's more concealable. I'm taking the 1911.
Now, the quick question on that: you're saying more power. Do the cartridge comparison so that it's a quick translation for those of us who don't have those figures. Or that
So with a 5-inch 1911,
Mhm.
the 10 millimeter is going to have more power than the same size gun in a revolver in 357 Magnum because the barrel's going to have to be so short.
Now, that part I understand. So what wow, I should have asked the question more specifically. So is it an appreciable difference between the two cartridges? Or are we talking about, this one edges it by 100 feet per second or something?
Well, according to the Yankee Marshall Common handgun caliber conversion chart,
There we
the
go.
10 millimeter equals 2.259 millimeters, and the 357 is 2.59 millimeters. But then there's also a multiplier depending on the barrel length.
So 18.25 and 18.5 against it. That's interesting. Because it was 2 by 9 point. Math is not my forte.
It all
I
comes
would-
down to your ammo selection, but basically, the best 10 millimeter round in a 1911 will be like, it'll be like a plus P versus a normal. It'll be that level higher in the same
Okay.
size gun in 357. So
Iron Road.
it's a big difference.
Iron Road says his SR 1911 is a 5-inch.
Oh, and a Smith Wesson is a 4.125. So it is bigger than a 1911. So that 357 Magnum is probably the same power, if not more. The 357 Magnum has more legs with longer barrel than a 10 millimeter. If that makes sense. So that makes it more difficult.
Actually, for me, it just defaults back to my original rationale, and that's that the revolver, I'm going to pull the trigger. It's gonna happen. I do it again. It's going to do it again. I might have 6, and it might be at something that's like closing distance. And actually, that would kind of fall into what I'm most prepared to do and train most for, and that's a closing distance engagement. And I'm confident in my trigger pulls. So I got to stick with that, man.
As
Ballistics be
confident
damned.
as the bear is rushing at you, your trigger pull's going to be squared away. That's what you're saying.
What if
compared
he's riding a tricycle or a mini bike?
Okay, tricycle,
Right.
mini bike. Mini bike, you've got the
What if he's
modest
swinging honey things at you?
mini bike. There's the modest advantage on the bicycle. I'm not sweating it, but it's the one that's in the sidecar with the tuba. I'm really worried about that guy.
So we got Smeggy jumped out, so you can.
Oh,
There we go.
adios, Smeggy.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going all right.
So how's the Smith and Wesson with the 4.125 inch barrel longer than the 5-inch? Is it because of the cylinder gap or?
Are you holding them up next to each other right now?
No, I don't have them with me right now.
Because when you measure the barrel on a revolver, you do not count the cylinder.
Okay.
With a 1911, you're going all the way to the back of the, what do you call that? The breech
Mhm.
of the slide.
Okay.
And 357 Magnum cylinders are fairly long comparatively to like the chamber of a 1911.
Mm-hmm. So you would kind of more or less start at the cylinder rather than, or maybe you would start where the barrel meets the cylinder gap, I suppose.
And the way that they're profiled, the grip, 1911s have a smaller overall size because the way they're shaped.
Well, and the thing is that, when it comes to black bear, like out here, you're not going to have too much of a problem with black bears because they're mostly nocturnal, and the same thing with cougars generally. But the thing is that out here in Oregon, generally you're lucky if you see, if you get to shoot at anything over 150 yards. And the other aspect to that, any time that anyone in the state of Oregon's been attacked by a cougar, it's in densely old growth or reprod bushed areas, so you're not going to see them coming before it's even too late. That's more or less the problem.
Ron Wayne said 357 and his 92 large loop. Might include a 357 revolver. Goddamn Bacon was asking 50 BMG.
I feel like you could get better follow-up shots with the 1911 too.
Well,
It's a semi-auto, so less recoil,
and that's the
and
thing.
it's single action, so you get better trigger.
And that's the thing. I grew up on like, when I bought my first pistols and stuff. Even though I grew up on a single action, I grew up on a revolver, but it was a single action 22, and most of the other pistols I've ever shot were semi-automatic. And I could tell you this: I'm probably a way better shot with that full-size 10mm than I am with that 357 mag.
Well, there's your answer.
And so.
Just don't forget the safety.
That's
Right?
the problem, is that
Yeah.
I like to carry on a chest holster, and I've been looking for a chest holster, and currently I got just a regular shoulder holster for my 1911s. But the problem is that if I get a chest holster, anytime I reach my left arm out to put my hand on the steering wheel, I'm going to be muzzling myself with my bicep.
So there's the hashtag for the giveaway, hashtag chart. So if you want to be in the giveaway for the handgun conversion, caliber conversion chart, and some other stuff I'll throw in, go ahead and put hashtag chart out in the live chat. And that goes for panelists too. They're eligible.
Oh, I want to see you.
Yeah, I wonder, should I cut a hole to put the stickers in here, or just ship a separate envelope?
Peel the stickers off and stick them on the box.
On the box.
I'll figure something out.
You got a knife, make a sticker slot. Slide them in. Does that do it? Wouldn't even have to break the tape seam.
So, Baron, I learned a couple of things. Do you really need the gas block on an M1 if you're going to be shooting commercial loads? Or is it when you're getting up to 180s and above, is that where you kind of want the gas plug?
Because
I read
don't
something.
know. It depends on who you ask.
Well, because I read something today, and by one of a person that he did barrels for ARs, big bore rifles, and all sorts of stuff. And he gave me one of these. He came out with one of these reloading books, and there was this one of these guys that was an author for one of the M1, on one of the M1 journals, and he said that generally when it came to the gas plug, the reason why the gas plug became a necessary thing was because you had hunters that were going out, and they were not just taking 150s up to 175s. They were putting 180s and 200 and 220 grain bullets and reloading them hot.
Yep.
That's where it started getting a little bit concerning.
I basically bought it just so it'd be a less harsh recoil with heavy bullets.
But
I don't know if it's necessarily gonna break the gun if you don't. But why take the chance? It's like $40 on a gun that cost $1,000.
Yep.
Just do it.
Well, and at the same time, I think if you really wanted to, you could basically twist it towards the point where it's you could run it like a bolt action, and then you'll be really safe that way.
Yeah, you could kill it basically, so it doesn't open up.
And that way, you don't really need to worry about having the having to get one of those silly 5-round M-block clips. So you could hunt with it. You could just keep a standard 8-round clip, because the gas block keeps it from doing that.
So we've got 6 entries. So if you want to be in the drawing with the hashtag chart. DJ, no, not quite. I guess I could I could chart in a box and send it to you if you really want it. We've got 16 people watching, but only 6 entries. So, yeah. I don't know. What are you guys doing tomorrow or later today, depending on where you're at? Are you doing something for the holiday?
I am. Like to kick off that part of the discussion with a watermelon, like a big one. And I've only had one so far this summer. So I'm going to crack into one of those, hang out with some friends, listen to music in a park, and see what the evening brings. What about you?
I don't know. It depends on if I take a nap or not. I got a video that I want to do, but I just got to sit down and get her done. Maybe work on that tomorrow. Hopefully, if I can get part of it done tomorrow, then I can get some range footage for it Tuesday, and then get it out maybe Wednesday or so. I don't know. And I thought of there's a video I'd love to do with Gary, but I don't know if he'll want to do it.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't want to give anything away because it'll be a big spoiler.
Oh, well, shoot me an email or whatever. We'll talk.
Because I planning on going to the Thunder on the Prairie, so maybe meet you there.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, we were both thinking about doing that.
Yep, I got clearance to go.
Oh, rock! That's awesome. You guys got to come to my state. You guys got to come to my state.
You'll love Nebraska.
And I don't know, it'd just be fun to meet, finally get to meet, people in person.
As long as my truck doesn't get destroyed by a hailstorm, I think I will enjoy Nebraska.
Are you going to drive?
I think I might.
Wow. Because it's
Road
like a 23-hour drive. Well, for me it is. So it'd be, for you, 18, 19-hour drive.
Something like that.
Summer road trips, man. I mean, it's going to get incredibly boring by the time you actually hit Nebraska. You come out of the sandhills and start moving further east, and we are nearly featureless. So, I mean, that time of the year, row crops. I don't know if you've been through Nebraska on Interstate 80 or how you might bring it down, kind of thing. But yeah, once you get into the Great Plains, it's just not a lot to look at. My apologies in advance. Oh, okay. Well, if that's your jam, hell yeah. Turn up the stereo and loosen the gaze towards the horizon and
I can't doze off and fly off a mountain pass. That sounds great.
Considerably lower risk, man, for sure. Sure.
Yeah, listen to the city boy, Dog on the Prairie. Come on, man.
No, I'm part of it. It's one of those things. It's just that I really wish that trees. That's the thing that I wish that the glaciers hadn't knocked everything out, and that everybody hadn't tried to clear from where it was. Because unless you're along a waterway or an intentional planting in the last century, you just don't have it. And
should I bring some apple seeds? Throw them out my window as I'm going down the highway.
Come on, Johnny, bring it. I envy you guys for that. You guys have a much more. We are lush, but in a completely different way, and
not as diverse.
Yeah, and it's not. It's not. Yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely.
So when I got a question for you guys. When it comes to like Grand Thumb, I posted a picture in the thread of Iron's fat Grand Thumb. I finally put my man pants on him, popped the son of a bucky, and took some clippers and kind of clipped the what would come up off. And I was thinking cold water, tepid water to rinse it out in Neosporin, basically. Right?
He's not talking about the YouTuber. He got Garand thumb, as in he stuck his thumb in a Garand and the bolt closed, and it completely fucked up his thumb.
Yeah,
Big time.
if you're squeamish, it's not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, he posted it in the Gilded.
There's a little conversion deal you can do to keep that from happening.
I bought one of those.
Yeah, I gotta look for one of those.
It's called an M1 thumb saver.
I remember there was also is that what what's his name, Armin Gunn posted about? He says there's the one where where it won't get your thumb, and it has the ping on demand where you could just put the stripper clip in there, and the bolt will just sit there and sit there and sit there.
Yep.
So Midget with Carrot Cake was asking, how much is it for a round of 308 in your area? It's $2 plus where he's at in California right now. Billy's Plates, that's it. Says 308, like $55 a box of Hornady.
I got no idea.
Man, at that, I am just so glad that I got into my 7.6251 deep early. Because like prices like that, wow, having to buy any cartridges these days, yeah, but rifle cartridges, the sticker shock is just like really, really crazy to me still.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything in 308, so I don't pay attention to the prices on them.
Yeah, I remember when I first got into shooting, I was like, $1 a round? Yikes! I'll never pay that much for anything. It's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then eventually your ammo store said, "The fuck you are."
Yep.
So I think the 450 Bushmaster, it was like, God, for 100 rounds, I paid $92.
I
The
haven't bought any.
458 I was looking at was a 20-round box for $90.
Oh, yeah,
Dang.
sorry, 40 rounds, not 100 rounds, 40 rounds. It's
I was going to say, I'm
20-round
jealous.
boxes. So for 40 rounds, I paid $92.
Oh, that's right. In California, they got to do the background check on ammo.
Oh yeah, I remember when what was his name? He was the Daily Shooter, and now he's Copper Jacket TV. He talked about that ammo squared. I bet a lot of people are loving that deal right now.
Oh, so we've got. Let me refresh this real quick. Make sure how many we got there in the. So 16 entries. We got 16 entries. Let me go ahead and share it. If you have it, you still got a few moments. Put #chart to win some stuff. And give away tools, yard share. There we go. So let me get rid of the chart banner. Make it a little bigger. All right. So good luck to everybody.
Come on, old lady luck.
No whammies, big bucks.
Am I on Smaggy?
Oh wait, hey!
Congratulations, Smaggy. So
Rigged. It's rigged.
Send me your address to. You can either DM me in the Gilded or email me at the untacticalfoss@gmail.com. Excuse me. And I'll send that out sometime soonish. Oh. Let me do. Oh, God. Damn it. I had an intro for the bracket and I forgot to play it.
Oh.
So what about a posthumous release? After the fact. Let's go.
All right.
Let's get it on!
God
So
damn, man. You
That's
forgot
pretty
that.
cool.
Yes, I forgot. I forgot it. Well, shit. What else did I forget to do? All the stuff that I'm supposed
Everything.
to do. So anytime we do a bracket, that'll be the bracket intro, and then I'll change where it said Wild West guns. It'll say whatever the new bracket is. But
I got a crazy idea. What if our intros are actually just a video that we played for the intro, that we don't have to remember anything?
oh yeah,
That
You should just-
just make life too easy.
go back and clip one of the live streams.
Exactly. Good luck finding one where we actually did it correctly.
I know, and I really like that intro, and it was even better when it was louder. But people complain when they're too loud. Everything I make is loud.
Oh yeah, the
I appreciate that. So you need never change.
people complain
Yes.
about they're getting their the little tiny soft snowflake ears violated.
I want to hear it loud, right between the eyes.
We should ask the audience,
No compromise.
should we do brackets
Just
more often?
remember, it's not too loud. They're too old.
I'm with that.
In my case,
Yeah, the-
I'm old, and you got to turn it up so I can hear it.
Yeah. The older you are, the louder it needs to be in most cases, for sure. Well, Foss, do you know what the next bracket is going to be, or when that might be released?
I have no idea.
Is it going to be all
would-
renegade, all rogue style again? Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just kind of I felt like doing a chat, and I thought, well, why don't we do a giveaway? All right, well, we'll do a bracket. We haven't done a bracket in a while.
I really enjoyed this. This has been a good time.
Yeah, the
Well,
choices that they
well,
had to choose from was milsurp guns, movie guns, sci-fi guns, mouse guns, and then Wild West.
Yeah, I thought either Wild West or Movie Guns would win it. But let me play this. This is what I was actually meant to play in the first place. Yeah, I was going to play that, and then I saw
Let's get it
that.
on!
Yeah, bracket!
I would have been more stoked to do the bracket if that happened first.
Oh. So, all right. Well, I think maybe we'll close her down. We're closing in on 2 hours here. But Iron Road,
Yes, sir.
make some videos, plug something,
Oh my goodness, I'm trying.
become famous and rich.
I would love to be rich, but famous, maybe not. If you live in Oregon, remember we got a ballot measure coming up. That's gun control on practically. I think it's past the point of being a ballot measure. I think it's in the House, ready to get voted on. Went from IP 17 to 554. Make sure to call your representatives, hounding them on that, and tell them to vote no, and donate to your local what's it called? Oregon Firearms Federation. They are backed by the GOA. They will fight for you.
Gary, anything you want to plug?
Help if I unmute my mic. Foul Territory, Friday nights, 9 p.m. Early Bird Chat, Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. This next Sunday, we'll be doing a 9/11 tribute. So because it will be literally on 9/11. And I must say, these late night chats are a lot more fun when I A, don't have to go to work the next day, or B, don't have to get up and do a show. So, thanks for the invite. I enjoyed it.
Appreciate you staying up with us. G Webs. Anything you
Thanks
want
for
to plug?
hosting. Thanks for hosting. Thanks for the link.
Oh, no problem. DJ.
I'd like to draw attention to the Tuesday and Thursday evening programs on the Guns and Barbecue channel. It's a chat. And Wednesday afternoons, same channel, same basic subjects most of the time. G-Webs has got a show weeknights, the Daily Gun Show. Check that out. There are Saturday programs on his channel as well. Got gun questions. And if you don't mind, I'm going to drop a link to the Ask Gun Questions website. You submit a couple of questions there. They talk about them on air. It's a good time. Check it out. And Saturday, the last plug I want to make is for the Great Shoot starting. I got to start all over with that one. Great Start Shooting School. Thank you. Channel for a Saturday chat about suicide awareness, and that is the month for it, September. So every day, try to be mindful of others and of yourself. Be safe, have fun, carry your guns, and rock.
And I'll say Gun Websites also has a Sunday chat where he looks at Instagrams. 2A on the Instagrams. Baron, is there anything you want to plug?
Nope. I got nothing.
All right.
Thought I did.
That's okay. So I just want to say thank you to those who hung out with us in the live chat. On this kind of whim chat, I guess it was. Just kind of felt like doing it, so we did it. And if you watch this in replay, you can participate too in replay. I always look at the comments, and I always appreciate them. And those who are on the panel, thank you all for coming in and having fun. Other than that, we'll have our regular Wednesday chat, and then I can do this since it's a Sunday. If I can find my thing with the thing and the other thing, I need to organize these things a little better.
Where's the dealie with the stuff?
I know. Lordy. All right. So, nope, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. There it is.
Disco is dead. Disco is not dead. Disco is life.
Well, the Wednesday night mouse party's at 10:30 Pacific, and then next Sunday will be the overnight. Don't have a topic because usually I scramble on Saturdays, and Baron gives me a topic. But that'll be at 11 o'clock, and I don't have a promo for that. That's the more serious, a little more serious chat. This is the mouse party is the more fun, a little looser, loosey-goosey. So appreciate everybody that was out there, and hope everybody has a good Monday, good holiday. And I'll talk to you later.